Hello and welcome to the Crochet Business School podcast. I'm Kelly Thomas, the Crochet Profit Queen, and I'm going to show you how you can make a living from your crochet while avoiding the burnout and being able to make what you want and when you want. But someone's already done that. Yeah, and I know that's a really flippant answer, but that really is the whole question of why does it matter? If someone has already created a pattern like what you have in mind, written a blog post that you thinking of writing, already released a course that maybe you're thinking of doing something on, so what if someone's done that already? You haven't. Your audience want to hear from you. And if they didn't, they'd go ahead and buy that other pattern, or read that other blog, or go buy that other crochet course. But they don't want to. They want to hear your perspective on it. They want to hear how you teach it. Your voice is unique. It's you. And we all describe things differently. We all demonstrate things differently. Your way is not going to be somebody else's way. Your audience wants to hear from you. They want to see how you do something. They want to see how you describe it. You know, there's a million and one different ways to describe or show or write the same thing. And what might seem like gobbledygook coming from one person will make perfect sense coming from somebody else. Sometimes we don't follow someone else because we just don't like the way they speak. There are some fantastic crochet coaches around who are teaching what I'm teaching. But you're listening to this podcast for a reason. Why this one? Why not someone else? And there's going to be a reason. You might not consciously know what it is, but you resonate with one person more than you do another. And I'm very grateful that you're here. And I'll be honest, with some coaches, I don't follow them just because I can't listen to them. There are some fantastic coaches out there, but if it's their accent that is a little bit hard to understand, if it's their voice is so mellow that it makes me drift off and fall asleep, that's actually happened with one coach, very good, but a voice just kind of lulled you into a state of, I just drifted off. And it can be little things like that. It can be that we just don't like the pattern writing style. We just don't like the style of writing their blog. What you have to offer is you. And that's what people want to see. It shouldn't let it stop you to create something that is already done by somebody else, because you will do it differently. You will do it your way, and your audience wants your way, otherwise they would not be following you. It's, especially when it comes to patterns, there are 1,000,001 different patterns on how to create a granny blanket. It's the most popular stitch out there, and there are literally hundreds, if not thousands, of patterns on granny blankets. Does that stop people from publishing new ones? No, it doesn't. And you know what? They'll all get sales. They'll get sales because they market it to their audience. And their audience loves what they do, so they buy their particular pattern. People will scroll through all these options for granny blankets on Ravelry, and they will pick one based on the colours they use. It's not about creating something unique every time, it's creating something that is written by you. Now, there is a difference between creating something that's been done before in a different way and stealing someone else's idea. If you create a granny blanket, you are not stealing someone else's idea. As long as it comes from your mind and you have written it based on your own ideas and not based off somebody else's pattern, then you're fine. However, if you took somebody else's pattern and just changed a few words around, that's stealing the pattern. It has to be written by you, in your style, in your way. You can't copyright a crochet stitch. A pattern you can, an individual stitch you can't. And that's the difference. As long as it's only the stitch that is replicated and not the pattern, you're absolutely fine. Now, that doesn't mean you go through every single pattern and see how many rows they've used or what their starting chain is. It's not like that. As long as it's come straight from your mind and you haven't copied anybody else's pattern in any way, and you've just thought of it all yourself, you're absolutely fine. You can still do that. And when it comes to blog posts and courses, you have to think about it even less. As long as you're not taking what somebody else has already done and modifying it, it's yours. It is done with your voice. It is done in your style. And that's what your audience wants. They want you. And they will choose what you have to offer over anyone else, simply because it's you. In the crochet world, there's very little that is unique anymore. There are hundreds and thousands of crochet stitches out there for you to choose from. It's very rare that a new stitch is created because there are just so many out there already. And there's only so many different ways that you can wrap yarn around a hook. Crochet patterns are the same. There's very little that's unique anymore. They're all based on similar stitches. They're all based on the same basic designs. You know, a hat has to fit a head, so they are all based around a simple hat pattern. Blankets have to lie flat, so they're all based around the basics of creating something that's flat. Everything is based on a basic idea. What's different are the type of stitches you use. What's different is how big it is, how complex it is, the combinations involved. Same with courses. Just because there are already lots of how to begin to crochet courses out there, you can create one in your own style. Same with blog posts. Everyone explains things differently, from a different angle, from a different perspective. It will be unique to you because you're using your voice. Don't let the fact that something already exists that is similar to what you have in mind stop you from doing it. Because, well, like I said, your audience would, if they wanted the other things, they would buy them. But they don't. They will buy them from you. Because they love the way you describe things. They love the way you write things. They love the way that you show how things are done. You are what is unique about what you create, and you cannot be replicated. No other people cannot replicate your style because it's you. Only you can do that. And our voices are unique, and this is why you cannot fake your personality. If you're writing on social media, if you're writing blog posts, you cannot fake having a different personality to your own for very long, simply because it's not you, it's not natural, and that fakeness shines through. When you are yourself, it feels genuine, it feels authentic, and you will resonate with your audience. Having anything that's faked, people can sense that far more now than they could a few years ago, because we've all gotten, been these Instagram influencers who fake it till they make it and generally just fake their lifestyles. We know what that looks like now. So we can spot it a mile off. We're far more savvy about reading the energy someone's putting through on their social media, in their videos, than we were before. And people now want authenticity. They want genuine people. So no one can fake you. You cannot fake anyone else and their style and get away with it. which is why being yourself is so important in your crochet business, which is allowing your style and your way of doing things shine through, because that's what's going to make the sale for you. That's what's going to attract your audience to you, because they connect with you. So have a think about that next time you catch yourself thinking, I can't do that, someone's already done it. Because yes, you can. As long as you do it your way, genuinely be yourself, and if your audience love it, they will buy it. Honestly, you have nothing to worry about. You go ahead and create that pattern. You go ahead and make that course. You go ahead and write that blog post. Because only you can do you, and only you can do it your way. So as always, if any questions, please do come to our Facebook group. It's there for you to connect with other crocheters and be on this business journey together. The link is in the show notes. Thank you for listening, and I shall see you next time for the next episode. Bye for now.